What's up, Thunderfucks? Welcome back to the Winds of Winter. You're that name until you guys find a better one. Um, so what the fuck happened last time?
Let's see. We lost the
So much.
boy.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yep.
Yep,
You
yep.
lost the strange boy.
We
Oh
lost the
yeah, we
strange
did.
boy.
And then give no effort to go find him.
There was
There,
an effort.
there was effort made. It was just not a lot of effort that was made.
We were like an hour away. He's on his own.
Like that's not my problem anymore.
Listen, an hour away hungover might as well be 6 hours away. Okay, like
Yeah,
not
you
happening.
guys were pretty hungover. This was the night like the morning after the wedding.
Let's
Uh,
see. Belle gives Tally a beautiful flower bracelet. That happened.
did that.
You did.
Stella gets mad that Belle gave her sister a better present than she did. That was internal, but
I live.
Oh, for the record, when Tally did receive her her book, her book, she was very excited to see the book about, was it birds? I think it was
it was
birds.
birds, yeah.
Yeah,
It was
to see the
birds.
book about birds. Oh, this is so interesting. And she opened it to a random page and started reading, and you saw her blush so hard. She
Stella sprinted
went
away.
she went bright red and slammed it shut and looked up at you and just said, "What kind of book is this?"
Here you
And
go. I have the actual bird book, and I hand her the bird book that's now has the smut cover.
and
And just slide it across the
she
table.
looks at the cover and kind of goes and like covers it up and just
Open
like
it. Open it.
I don't want to be seen reading that. Although I will admit this might be helpful, honestly. Um,
I regret everything. I regret everything.
Thank you very much, Scylla. You're such a good sister.
I know. I'm aware. Thank you. Never speak to me again.
Hugs and kisses. But yeah, that went well. What else happened?
I have an entire page full of questions. So
Yeah, lots of Scylla lore bullets, theories.
still lore, but
Scylla got a
no
lore
answers to anything.
Scylla got a lore drop. Pat will be seriously watching that episode.
Yeah,
God,
we have
I wish he'd
an hour
figure
of
it out.
Alex baiting Mac into telling her something.
You tried. You did your best. And
Trying desperately.
you got quite a bit. I'll give you that. You got more than I should have given you, if I'm being real. But I am happy to say you're on a track that I enjoy. I won't say if it's the right one or the wrong one, but I enjoy it.
Gonna be the wrong one, and I'm gonna be fully like in a room with a board, just like fully going down the wrong conspiracy theory.
You're gonna walk
Wrong
in
thread.
after the. You're gonna walk in. You're gonna walk into that room during the epilogue and just rip everything down.
Just burn it all on fire.
I was fucking wrong. But yeah, Scylla got a massive lore drop. You guys, you took your old crew to the you taken your current crew. Now is time to get a different perspective, and you took your old crew back to your house, your parents' house, and did a little bit more investigative work, and with the help of your friends, were able to answer a few questions, but then we're left with many, many more.
I think I
And
sent Porter down a tailspin.
yeah, Porter went full detective mode for a bit. But we have reached the day where Tally and Porter are set to hop back on their carriage and set off for Port Damali to spend a little time back in the old haunt before heading off on uh, a honeymoon to Marquette. So as they are kind of packing up onto their horse and carriage, uh, Porter is kind of pulling up his and Tally's luggage and setting it up, and is getting and Kahu is just kind of slumped at his feet, very much just getting in the way, and is just kind of just lying there slumbering peacefully as Porter is forced to clamber over him every time. Uh, Tally is has got your hands in hers, Scylla, and is saying, "Okay, so we have the mirrors. Okay, we have to promise that no matter how busy we get, we have to talk to each other for 5 minutes at least every week. Okay."
Deal.
At least 5 minutes every week, just to say hi, I'm okay, I'm just super busy, I love you, you know, that kind of thing, okay? You promise?
I will be surprised if you're only able to talk for 5 minutes, but sure, I promise.
I will, it's more for you than for me, okay?
Okay.
You have to promise me at least 5 minutes.
Are we starting like tomorrow or like after the
Just,
honeymoon?
just, just,
I
Nick,
have to give you an aneurysm to remember me by as you leave.
don't break it, don't break it, don't break it, don't break it.
It's okay. Well, you want me to keep it in the bag of holding with you, Vane, so just in case it doesn't really be safer. But I wouldn't be able to hear if you were like calling me.
No, you keep it on you.
Okay.
You
Then
keep
it
it
could
on
get
you.
broken, but we'll find out.
You'll be
I'll
able
try
to
my
hear.
best.
You'll know. Okay. Was there anything else? Okay, we have our bags. I have all the gifts. Um, we've paid everybody. We closed out our tab at the inn. Um,
You meant
s-
to give me $10,000. Ooh.
you know Porter's probably going to give you something.
God, I hope so.
You know
Adventuring
Port.
is very expensive.
You know Porter's probably going to give you something. It's probably going to happen. I don't know, but
Wouldn't hurt.
I don't know anything anyway. I'm not the money man.
You're
Okay.
so innocent. Ooh.
Okay. Um, I adore you. 1 second. And Tally runs over to you, Yvain, and takes your much larger hands in her teeny tiny little slender elven finger, half elven fingers, and says, "Thank you so much for coming to the wedding and for being there for my sister and for helping me and for being there for just thank you for being you, Yvain. You are so amazing, and you are such an important part of our family now, and we are so grateful for you. If you ever are in Rexintrum, please don't be a stranger, okay?"
Thank you so much for letting us crash your wedding and for
I
being so wonderful.
You all made it so fun. I am so grateful I had you guys there. And she gives you just a big, big, big hug.
I lean down, give her a hug.
uh, she then walks over to you, Belle, and she gets just down on her knees and just kind of sits back in like Seiza position, and just so she's eye to eye with you at this point, and she just reaches out, takes your hands. Belle, genuinely, I don't think I would have gotten through my wedding without you. You were you were seriously so amazing, and I am so grateful that my sister has someone like you around, and I am so grateful that you are here to help take care of my sister and that you were there to take care of me. And I just want you to know how much I appreciate you and how much I appreciate everything you did for me. And just, you are so sweet and you are so handsome and you are so great. And I love you so much. And just, if you are ever in Rex's room, please don't hesitate. Don't be a stranger. You're always welcome, okay? You are such an important part of our family.
Thanks, Tally. I appreciate it.
She gives you a big hug, the kind of like, one over the shoulder, one around the waist, just super tight, and she whispers in your ear, I really hope that everything turns out okay for you. I believe in you, and I'm pulling for you. And
Thanks.
she just kind of gives you a little peck on the cheek and stands back up. And she then walks back over to Scylla. Okay, bye, Scylla. Love you. Bye. And she mocks walking away before turning around and like jumping back at you and giving you the biggest, most bone-crushing hug this little twig can give. And you take a moment to just, the both of you, just kind of let all of the sibling bullshit just kind of wash away for a moment. And because you realize this might be the last time you are able to be there physically with one another for quite a while. And you've recently had a reminder about how important siblings can be. And so you just take a moment to kind of capture everything about this moment in your mind. The way the sun feels on your skin, the way Tally's hair smells, the feeling of her arms around you and your arms around her. And you lock this memory away to pull on in dark times. And she pulls away and says, okay, so you promise once a week, right? Okay.
Yes.
I love you so much.
I love you too.
And she gives you another big hug and a big kiss on the cheek and okay, I gotta get in before I start crying. Okay, bye. And she just
Okay,
kind
bye.
of clambers into the carriage. Porter kind of, all right, everyone, all right, Kahu, if you need to say goodbye, say goodbye. And Kahu just kind of stands up and gives one of those like cat stretches, and then he kind of like looks up at you guys and kind of almost gives like a little nod to the two of you, and then walks up to you, Scylla, and kind of nuzzles at your hand, gives it a big old lick, and then
I can't speak with animals to tell him he's the best boy ever. Obviously.
thank you.
Welcome.
You are good, sister.
You are the best.
Auntie Scylla.
Scylla
And-
wasn't looking like she was gonna cry when Tally was leaving, but was fully tearing up about the dog.
Love you, Auntie Scylla. And he just
Love you too.
jumps, clambers into the carriage, and Porter turns and looks at the three of you, and I'm very glad that you were all able to be here. You made this day, this whole thing, incredibly special for us and for me. And I'm glad that my sister has friends like you to take care of her when we're not around.
We'll take care. You take care, Tally, and yourself.
That's the plan. Scylla, I know I may have upset you with what I said that night, but I want you to think about it, because you never know when that lesson might come in handy.
Heck, what did he say? I can't remember.
Everyone deserves a second chance.
Okay, yes, okay, yes, I do remember. Okay, yes, I wasn't said about that. Yeah, okay.
I know that may have made you angry, but just keep it in mind because you never know when that might be pertinent.
We'll try.
You are the best. And I love you so
Thank you, I
much.
know. I love you too.
He gives you one of his big, massive, lift you up hugs. Kind of cracks your back a little bit.
Oh,
And he sets you down. Love you, sis.
love you too. Please get wherever you're going safely and hope that there are no more monsters while you're going.
I'm sure Tally will keep you updated.
That's fair.
All right. Safe travels. And
too.
keep an eye on Real. I get a pent up vibe from her.
I think that's fair on her account.
So keep an eye on that. All right. Travel safe. And he hops back up in the cart, and you see the carriageman, the little gnomish carriageman, pick up the the reins and the carriage wheels away down the road. Your siblings, your family, now on to their own adventures.
Mm-hmm.
And that concludes the sappy bit of our campaign for the time being. So what is the next bit of focus?
Punch Syl in the dick and run away. We're done being fearless.
Belvin runs up, kicks you in the shins, and books you.
No.
Thinking about casting spell on him.
I know we had a conversation about talking to old folks. Did you want to do that before we left?
Oh.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Or maybe talking. I feel like we already talked to Father Alfred about it, but it could have been before we killed the Hydra.
It was
And
before
obviously
we
that
killed
was
the
not
Hydra for
helpful.
sure.
Yeah, okay.
You pretty much ignored him the whole time since
That
then.
was when I thought Father Alfred was the one killing people. So
Right.
totally could've been
Always
bad.
suspect the old priest.
Never trust
No,
old
you
people.
always suspect the church. It's always the church.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right. So what's the plan? What are you guys doing? What's up?
I mean, is this a team expedition or Silly, do you want to do this on your own?
Yeah.
I don't think she would mind you guys being there. She's not very good at talking to people. She's kind of unsettling, so I'm sure that probably won't help her being by herself.
Sounds good.
Sorry. Whoa.
Okay, so where exactly are you headed to?
Would it be Father Alfred who to speak to, or maybe like someone in records?
To know.
I mean,
Like,
Father
is there
Alfred
like a?
knows everybody that's gotten married
Yeah.
in town. So he at least knows who to talk to in records if it's not him.
That's true.
Or like whatever the Exandrian baptism equivalent
Is
is.
there like a? Is there like a census? Is there an Exandrian census?
A records
Where they-
office?
Yeah.
City Hall.
I mean, City Hall sure seems to be the chapel, so I guess we're going
Church
there.
it is.
All right. So heading to the Horizon's Rest, which just happens to be directly across from the town hall. So just
Fuck yeah.
they're both on Mincelli Road. Anyway, or at least in that district. So there's also a bank, a blacksmith, well, two blacksmiths, and yeah, the town hall and the temple. So yeah, you head into the Horizon's Rest, the Temple to the Dawn Father, in search of Father Alfort. The temple has significantly slowed down since at least since the start of this sort of refugee program. It's now almost just sort of a support system for people who may like. I'm reminded of those meetings that happened in Avengers Endgame, where it were just like just meetings on how to deal with the blip or whatever. And it's basically like the church, the temple is organized meetings of how to deal with you forgot that your family member or your partner ever existed, and is basically just
They're
like
just sending AA meetings.
basically, yeah, they have like little AA meetings, and they have at least one. They have one going at all times during the day. So like one every like 2 or 3 hours at least. Um, but otherwise, most of the church has reverted to its original capacity, which was mainly as a place of worship, also as a partial hospital, and as well as a school for any who wished to learn religious studies. But you head in, ask around, and pretty easily, being at this point known to quite a few people around there, pretty easily find Father Alfort in his office. Now with the last time you were in here, there were two other desks crammed in here with two other cleric individuals furiously working through papers, trying to get refugees and all sorts of stuff organized. But now seems to be his office seems to be returned to its natural state. He is sat behind his desk, still covered in papers, and he still seems frantic and trying to get it all sorted. But he is much less haggard than the last time you saw him. Which will, I mean, besides the wedding, exactly. At the wedding, he looked prim and proper. But he sits behind his desk and I apologize. What can I do for you, good people?
Um, Weird question. And I'm not sure if you're the right person to be asking, but if you could point us in that direction, if you do know.
Mhm.
How do I say this? Oh, well, it's pretty easy because you are fucking dealing with it all day, every day. Um,
There are
I
no
got
real
memories.
weird
You
questions
know,
anymore, I found.
that's fair. I got memories back from a long time ago when I was a baby, and I don't remember who my parents were, and I'm trying to figure out who my parents were.
I'm I'm sorry.
See, guys, I'm not good at talking to people.
So you are you grew up here?
I would use more the term born. I found where I was born, like my parents' house. I found where they lived, and there was like a baby crib in it. So I'm assuming I was not very old.
Oh. Um I I apologize. I was under the impression that you were not a local.
I didn't think I was until
And
we killed the Hydra, and now I know I am.
oh, I see. I understand. So, hitherto you believed that you were born elsewhere, and
Well, I
since
knew I was
killing
an orphan, so. But yes, continue.
since killing the Hydra, you have received memories that incline you to believe that you were born here.
Yes.
Right. Okay. I suppose there are still some weird questions. Um,
I want to fight the old man.
right.
That's that's
Well,
all.
okay. Well, I'm sorry. So, what is it exactly that you are requesting?
Like how long have you been the father to like either
Oh,
if you potentially
I have
knew
been,
them
I have been a part of the
or
clergy here for a good 57 years.
okay, I'm only 20, so that's fine.
Ah,
Um,
very good.
so it would have been like 20 years ago.
Well, if your parents were members of the Dawn Fathers Church, I
They
um
were. They must have been.
really.
They had Dawn Father symbols in their house.
What?
Why are you shaking your head, Eric?
Yvain, you're mouthing things.
I think it was the Storm Lord.
Oh, you're so
Eric is
right. I'm
freaking
a
out,
fucking idiot.
not
Backwards.
I'm
Never mind.
sorry.
Take it back.
So
Um,
if they were part of the Dawn Fathers Church, then perhaps there would be some record of their of them here.
what about the Storm Lord?
Ah, the Stormlord, another common uh, house of worship in this city. Not our particular purview. That temple was. Oh, I remember now. I remember now. They had a very small temple out in the village, in the beyond the jungle. Well, where the jungle is now. It didn't used to be like that. But beyond that was a small temple. It is, I suppose, now since fallen into disrepair and disuse. Um, all of the all of the members of that clergy were apparently consumed, as I forgot they ever existed.
Is there no like town census? Like
I
you would like
believe
they lived here.
I believe there may have been. Oh, do you know what profession they may have had?
I believe they were fishermen. I believe
That
so.
would make sense if they were worshippers of the Stormlord. Then perhaps I would check this town hall. Perhaps there are marriage records or some sort of business enterprise that, or fishing licenses, boating licenses, that sort of thing. Um, Perhaps a purchase of land to build their house upon. Um, but unfortunately, if they were not part of our part of our church, I would not have any records on them, unfortunately.
All right. Are there any like people who have been fishing for a long time around town?
Hmm. Let me real quick.
Are there any old people in town? Maybe that
All
know
old people know each other.
Just all
anyone
old
old?
people.
Well, there is an older fisherman by the name of Ulzin Havensky. Uh, it's a Ulzinhavensky. Ulzin Havensky. He's a fisherman, halfling gentleman, who has been fishing these shores for since before I was part of the clergy. He was a young man back then, but
Everyone was once. Thank you.
oh,
We
of
will check the
course.
town hall.
Of course, my dear. If there's anything else that you need that I can possibly provide, please don't hesitate to ask. You have done great services to our town, and we are forever indebted to you.
You wouldn't happen to know where Coulson lives or hangs out or anything, would you?
Well, I know his boat, the Marianne, is marked at the docks.
Great.
I believe he lives upon it.
That Makes sense, actually. Yeah, I probably could have filled that blank in myself. Thank you so much.
Oh, not a problem, of course. So,
Okay, are we gonna go talk to another old man, or are we gonna go to the town hall?
Mm,
I mean,
we could,
it's
since we're here.
it's also the
Sound
middle of
cool.
the day. He'll probably be out on the water right now.
That's fair.
You know.
Okay, town hall. Town hall first, and then if we find nothing, old man.
all
Walk
right.
across the street.
Okay. So you guys making your way across the street, into the town hall. It is it's a quaint building, polished wood. Just no grand marble stone here. It's a humble building of like polished mahogany stone, polished mahogany wood. Um, there is a foyer and a front desk in the beginning of the building that you walk into, and behind the desk is a human girl, blonde, uh, makeup done, eyelashes out to here, long spangled nails, and she sits behind the desk, flipping through some sort of leaflet of some kind. It seems to be some sort of zine of some kind, but she seems to be like chewing on some gum or something, and is just kind of.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, hi. How can I help you?
How would
We're
one go
looking.
about executing a records check of some kind?
Records check. Records check. Right, right, right. What records would you exactly like to check?
Uh, birth and or census from 20 years ago.
Okay. And what is your authorization to do so?
Father Alfred sent us over here.
Oh, Father Alford. How is he?
He's all right. He's less overwhelmed than he was now, it seems like. But he's
Oh.
coming out on the other side of the mess that just, we came out of.
Oh, yeah, he's the sweet old guy. He's been helping everyone so much. He's so sweet. Oh. Anyway, unfortunately, without a government official, okays, I cannot allow access to our records. However, if you would like to request formal access without a government official approval, I can give you this form, and she slides across a sheet of paper that you can fill out in triplicate and resubmit to be, and usually the wait time is about 2 weeks, but lately there has not been much of a wait time just because everything's been going pretty quickly around here since things have kind of slowed down. And we kind of just had a lot of room to fill. So it would take about 2 or 3 days, probably.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Goes back to flipping through her zine. Velvet. Just filling out the form.
It's like the police report, okay?
Yep.
This is
Gotta
part
check the
two of
box, say I did it,
bureaucracy.
okay?
Are you
I
using the top of Yvain's head as like a
Yes.
I am a slut for bureaucracy.
Give me that paperwork.
Oh yeah, I love
Yeah, I mean,
me
I'll fill
some
out the fucking paperwork.
I am Mockweep. Um,
So we talking to the other old man.
Yeah,
I
hang
mean,
on.
if we
I gotta
can.
fit it. Scylla, I need you to sign this page here. Okay, great.
Don't forget the
Yeah.
part at the bottom there. You got the initial there.
Yeah,
Okay.
There.
yeah.
I'm putting my arm down. Can I put my arm down?
oh, did we
Oh,
lose
no.
Mel?
Oh, fuck.
Oh,
Shit,
Oh, there
there we
we
go.
internet.
He's back.
Huh. Yeah, you should be fine. Okay. Here, Givan, can you hand this to her again?
Okay. Oh, thank you. Wow. Wow, that was Wow, that was the most efficient form village I have ever seen. Okay, so I'll just submit this for approval, and yeah, there you go. She slips it into a little box, and you see the paper just kind of disappear. Seems that there's some sort of general enchantment there. Um, so where to now?
I mean,
The
do we want to go
docks.
to the boats?
Well, as you're walking out, the woman behind the desk goes, "Oh, excuse me, I'm can't believe I'm saying this. It's been approved. Uh, I said there was a short wait time. It's usually not that short. Yeah, this okay. Yeah, records for you said birth and census from 20 years ago. Is that
Yeah.
correct? Right. Okay. So, okay, I will go get those. Cool. And she kind of mystified walks away and leaves you all in the foyer for a moment.
I'm genuinely shocked
That
that worked.
Yeah, so am
yeah,
I. Like,
that's weird, right?
yes.
I mean, we kind of gotten carte blanche to do kind of whatever we want for the time being. So maybe they saw our names and they were like, "Yep, great, sounds good, done." But who knows? I mean,
She
if this is
comes
turning up, old man.
click. You hear the click clack of her heels walking back down the wood floor. Actually, you guys might want to come back here. It's a lot of boxes and books, and I don't think
Would
there's
giving
like.
you a specific street have work be better?
I'm sorry, what?
If giving you like a specific street of who we're looking for work, be more helpful?
Um, I
Or just
think
like a
it's
general.
probably, I mean, like you guys are good to go ahead back. Like you guys I've got approval, so you guys are cool to come on
Just
back.
going back.
And yeah, I can just show you like cuz I have got cuz like someone's got to be at the desk. So, so yeah, just come on back with me. And she just leads you back down through some back through a hallway and into a an archive. You see shelves stacked to the ceiling, and it's just like hallway after hallway after hallway after of shelves on shelves on shelves on shelves with just boxes and boxes and boxes and boxes and boxes. um it's a good sized room. It doesn't go on forever. It's not like the Hall of Secrets from Harry Potter or anything. But it doesn't but it's a good sized room. So let me see. It goes back about um 200 years, and then we kind of move from physical to a magical um database format. um but we keep it for 200 years in the physical, and then it moves into the magical database just for like general record research. So if we go back to 20 years ago, that would probably be down this little hallway here. So yeah, if you just go down here, here's the census. Here are birth records, and just in case you needed anything else, and she just tells you like each different section for like, and this is where like about 20 years ago would have been.
Right?
Okay. So, yeah, I'll be back to check on you guys every little bit, just in case, like, you need anything, just to make sure you're not, doing anything wrong, you shouldn't be. But yeah, you guys seem like pretty chill, so, yeah. Okay, bye.
Thank
And
you.
she walks back to her desk, click clacking away.
The physical versus digital records thing is so fucking real.
Yeah, it really is. It's painfully real, actually.
Yes, yes.
Oh, yeah. So you guys are faced with an entire section of this records archive.
Cool. Scylla, how old are you?
20, I
Sorry.
think.
More specifically, do you know your birthday? Like your actual birthday?
No.
Is 20 an estimate?
Yes.
All right, why don't we start with residence at the address then, and we'll go from there.
Yep, yep, yep.
Okay. So we are specific. Are we all specifically searching for one thing, or are each of you searching for something different?
Do, 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 do.
Um, I'm gonna look for residence at the address of the parents' house.
Okay. Do you have
Approximately.
that
Is
address?
there like, is it residence and then also like, is there one for occupation or?
There is one. There is a section for licenses or licenses for license applications for to like for instance a license to sell, a license to fish, a license to own to own a business, to have a storefront, et cetera, et cetera. Gambling licenses, alcohol.
Somebody want to look in on roads and somebody look in licenses just so we can cross check.
I mean, do we have names to work
I
with?
don't know. Then we say that whoever is a fisherman and lived on this road is, cross reference.
Do we have an address?
I
Oh,
mean,
I
we
mean,
know where it
yes,
is.
in theory, right?
So all you had was a uh all you had was the broken piece of a like a what looked like a piece of driftwood that had half of a last name written on it.
Oh
That's all
yeah,
you had. There was
I
no
totally forgot about
street
that.
there was no street, there was no like house number or anything.
I can't remember what it was. I remember thinking the full word was ram's horn. I have a note about that somewhere.
The last
It was
the
ram or
words, the
something.
letters on it were SMAR, I think. I don't want to give you too much,
I'm
but
going with what Matt said. Cade is werewolf, Leuven, bunny, false hydra,
Do we have birth
false hydra.
certificates?
Yeah, we're going with birth records then.
okay. Yes, there are birth records.
From specifically just 20 years ago. We'll start there.
Okay. What are you looking for in those birth records?
Scylla's name
First
spelled
of all,
backwards.
yeah, I'll look for Alice, but also how many kids were born in this town 20 years ago?
Okay. Let's
There
see.
can't have been that many.
Let's
Unless they're
see.
all dead.
Go ahead. Okay, so if that's so who is looking for that? Let me just ask that. Yvain, what are you looking for?
I mean, I guess me and Belle, and are we all looking for birth certificates?
That's what I'm asking. So just individually
yeah.
answer this question. Yvain, what are you looking for?
Birth certificates.
Okay. Belle, what are you looking for?
I guess I will do 21 years if Yvain is doing 20 years.
Of
Birth certificates.
okay.
Like from 21 years ago.
Scylla, what are you looking for?
Um, I don't know. I'll help one of them.
Okay. Technically, since they're both looking for kind of the same thing, I guess they're looking in different places. So yeah, you can choose to help one of them. So
What kind of check would that be, guys?
it's going to be an investigation check.
I'm gonna help you, Vane.
Thank you, because I need it.
All right, so give me investigation checks, please. Yvain, you make yours with advantage.
Oh my god.
Do I have
Wow.
guidance right now? No, I don't.
No.
Damn it. 11.
Okay. So you guys There were a
We're really
surprising
tired.
amount of children born 20 and 21 years ago. About like,
Is Raelle here? Does she get to try?
huh?
Did we leave Raelle at home? Did she get to try?
Rael is currently out at a wine tasting. Um,
Fuck that.
yeah, she said goodbye and went out to a wine tasting. That was her plan for the day. She already had it scheduled and everything before you even got here. It's a whole thing. Um, she invited you. It's whatever. Uh,
And I definitely told her I don't drink. It would be wasted.
it's like, oh no, more for me. Um, so yeah, there. So let me see. You got a 9. You got a 7. Oh boy.
I got an 11.
Yeah, but you gave her advantage, so it doesn't matter what you rolled.
Oh, I thought. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, you gave her advantage.
Why
Um,
would we do it that way?
Ugh.
all
I
right,
don't know. We're
all
dumb.
right, Scylla, I'll give you one more chance. Give me an investigation check, but I'm debating giving you disadvantage on it.
Give it to me, bitch. I'll roll 2 dice.
Debating giving you like okay. Let me get.
I'm already doing it. I'm already doing it.
All right.
Damn it. It was an 11 and a 2.
Yeah. So you guys are there for a good hour, maybe 2 at this point, actually. Yeah, wait, yeah, no. 2.5 hours later,
Jesus.
you guys have, because the thing was, you didn't start with birth certificates. You really started with uh that whole street thing, and that's the first thing you looked through. And then you realize, wait a minute, we don't even there are no street names. These are just like people, like, applying for a deed to land. There are no actual like street names. It's just land in this area. Um and so then you moved on to other avenues, and finally you ended up getting to the birth certificates, and there were a lot of children who were born that between those 2 years. But finally,
Named Alice? There's a lot of children named
no,
Alice.
but there were a lot to go through. But finally, you do find a certificate for a child born, let me see.
How old is Scylla really?
Still's actually
32.
18. That's the problem.
That's the problem.
Looking in the wrong year.
So you do find a birth certificate for an Alice Narashmar. N apostrophe R O
Of course.
H S M A R.
It is Ramshorn. I was right.
You find a birth certificate for a little girl by the name of Alice Narashmar. She was born beautiful and healthy to 2 loving parents. It is noted that it is noted quite literally that she was born beautiful and healthy. There was also
In
note
your
of,
birth certificate.
there was also
labeled
note of a
beautiful.
certain aura that seemed to surround the child.
I have Aura 1000.
A sort of celestial glow. Her hair shone blonde and clean even out of the womb. Her eyes bright and intelligent. Her skin glowing like the light of the moon.
Okay, so obviously, like that. This is what it's the description. That doesn't sound like me. Am I blonde? Can you imagine me being blonde? That's gross. I don't
That
like that.
happens sometimes. Like little ones got really, really light tail head, and then they get brunette when they get older.
My hair is like
It's true.
black though. I don't. I also do. I have a celestial aura, guys. Look at me. Look at me right now.
I mean,
I
so if
mean,
you think about what Gilmore said, it's probably in my chest now instead. So
Oh, I don't
you've
like
got
that. I don't like
you,
that. Get it back,
got-
Belle.
you've got wings, so are her parents' names listed on the certificate?
They are
What are they?
Kaya and Anders.
Ooh.
Kaia. And Anders is spelled Anders.
Because my parents blew up the chain tree. That was a Dragon Age reference. Sorry.
I got it.
Never played Dragon Age.
Fucking Anders. God, always the mages.
Don't be nice to Anders. He blows up the chain tree.
I fucking romanced
Fully
him. God
bombs the
damn it.
church. That was such a bad decision. Although I did-
They always are. I romanced Solus too, first time. Yeah.
Ugh. I romanced Meryl in that and never
Sorry.
met Isabel. And I never played the game again. So
Oh.
I don't know how I missed. I don't know. I don't know. I got to the end of the game and I was like, Isabel, and I was like, who? Like genuinely, I was like, who the fuck are you talking
The
about?
hot pirate who fucks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was very upset. Okay. I love Meryl, but I was very upset. But I don't have it in me to replay Dragon Age 2. That's not something I'm doing.
So Kaya and Anders.
Yes.
You can quiet coyote me. I quiet coyote my students all the time. To the
Does
point
it
of at one
work?
point I will name my Rap 101 band Quiet Coyote. I'll
I
get
love
it.
how I quieted
suggest it every
Coyote to you
time.
and you have not quieted yet. You're just still
Nope.
going. So yeah, Kaya
I think-
and Anders are their names. Scylla, don't cover
Totally
your
back
trauma
20.
with comedy.
It's the best way to do it though. I don't know what I'm talking about.
What'd you say, Belle?
Priscilla actually 20.
Scylla is 21.
Damn it. I gained a year.
What? That's good. You can drink like in every country now. That's great.
Do you want to go back and think about every time we've been in a tavern together, you made?
No,
How
no,
is
no.
that
It's
helpful?
certain
Every
in certain
country.
places. Every country in certain places, you got to be 21.
There are these
so-
crazy things on
Thank
top of
God.
continents called countries that like have different sets of laws governing them. Some of them are very
It's
restricted.
too much geography
yeah.
though.
Hey guys, so it's been like 2.5 hours. Are you guys good?
We're
Yeah.
very stupid. So it took us a while. I'm sorry.
We did find what we were looking for though, so thank you.
Oh, absolutely. I'm so glad. Okay,
We can leave.
bye.
Yeah.
And she walks away.
Okay. Or we're staying here. I guess is there
That
more
was-
we can look at?
I mean, we kind of found the answer, yeah?
I mean, it was your question. You tell me.
Yeah, so do you want to like steal this? Or did you just want to copy it down?
I will say there is one more thing that you notice on that, and that there is a reference to another piece of archival information
Oh, fucking
In
shit.
that-
Ooh.
in that are like notated on this sheet.
All right, we gotta
So
find
just
this.
really, really awfully points at it and just like sighs deeply.
What is it?
Okay. Where are
Uh,
we? What does it say? Where are we looking?
It seems to be a sort of like reference notational point to a sort of like news article of some kind.
Oh, that's
Um,
I don't know what it's gonna be.
I think we have to find that now.
I have to figure out what it is. I thought it was going to be a
Yeah.
medical record talking about
Me
how fucked
too.
up you
Yeah.
were.
I killed the doctor. It was both.
All right, let's go find the news article.
so it's pretty easy to find since you have the reference point and you're able to just like go through the archival and just like pick it out. And there's a newspaper clipping that says it's printed in what seems to be called the Way of Wynandir. Um, make I'd like all of you to make a history check for me. Going for above a 10 here, guys. Come on.
I got it, Tim. How's that?
That's great. You would know what this is. Great. And Erica, I guess too. Cool.
Got a 50.
Cool.
also
You all know that the Way of Wynandir is a major paper that goes out all over that goes out magically throughout the entire continent. It is a continent-wide paper. So like only only the biggest news seems to get into this. And this is a clipping of a teeny tiny little article about that big. And the headline reads, Angel born to fisherman couple.
You were a big deal.
Yeah, it doesn't sound right. Hang on.
You made the news.
So they do
Does
something.
it say anything, or is it just the headline?
There is a small blurb down beneath the headline that simply details that two fishermen local to the area of Phelan in the Menagerie Coast, by the names of Kaya and Anders, were blessed with a child earlier this week. However, this blessing was more than just a child. It seems that this child is of an angelic nature, a gift directly from the gods. Anders and Kaya were said to be overjoyed and thanked the Storm Lord for his gift to their humble home after having always having always served them well in their worship of him. It details that they are sailors who own a small boat named the Repeska, which, if any of you know Kinau, do any of you know Kinau? Scylla, you'd know Broken Kinau just from growing up
Yeah.
in Port Damali. You recognize the term Lightning's End. The Repeska, and they just say we have always prayed to the Storm Lord and always been loyal to him, and he has always provided for us, and today he has provided us with the greatest blessing of all.
I feel like Scylla is holding the piece of paper, and she just like slowly with her arm up, just lies on the floor. She's just sticking it up, and it's just lying fully on her back.
And then I hold it up to Belle.
No, this doesn't seem right. They're talking about you, not.
That's exactly what I thought, but I'm gonna stay on the floor now. This is too much information.
You're a gift from the gods, Syl.
That doesn't sound very right, you mean?
From the Storm Lord.
So Zilla, I know that you typically don't, but this would be a good time to go get a drink, probably.
Yeah,
That
do
sounds
you
like
want
a
a
bad
drink?
idea, though. No, I don't.
How about like an entire pie?
I could do that. Can it be like, I don't know if they have pumpkin pie over
Could
here.
do
Can we get
a
pumpkin pie?
bakery trip, yeah.
You got to eat the feelings before they come and get you.
That's fair. What the fuck, guys?
Couldn't tell you.
It seems like, yeah, it seems like a theme in my life. I think that something very bad is going to happen, or as a result of something, and it just ends up being the opposite. I should start wishing we have no money.
Still, we
And
have
then
no money.
and you have no money. I have a rich brother who gave me 5 platinum.
Yeah, I gave you all of my money that I had left.
What do you want to do
Well, then I have your
right
money.
now?
As you
I want to lie on the floor.
as you say that, Yvain, you're like checking, you're like showing your pouch, like see what kind of money I have. There is an extra 20 platinum in there.
Oh, he would, that fucker.
I think your brother snuck us money. I hold up the extra platinum pieces. Put them back. Oh, shit.
He would do that. He would do that. He would do that. He gave me money in an alley the other day, so he would sneak money into it.
So question, do we want to get out of here before she comes back to check on us again? Because it seems like she's getting fed up with us
Yeah.
existing.
Yeah, I even she thought we were cool in the beginning, and now she probably just thinks we're dumb.
We are.
Yeah, I feel like Scylla kind of like, I wonder if that would work. No, it wouldn't work because it's a piece of paper. She's
Do
just
you
writing
want
like every pertinent piece of information. I was wondering, I was thinking if I had like chalk, I could do like an etching, but that
like an
works
etching of it? Yeah.
because there's holes. This is a piece of paper.
So do you need to ride on Yvain's shoulders out of here? I can walk.
It sounds kind of fun, actually.
Okay.
Sure.
I think it's more a piggyback ride than shoulders, though, because I will.
I need to do a
every door.
full squat to get out this fucking door.
Yeah, so let's go piggyback. She like shuffles down
Duck walk.
and it's around your neck.
I will make sure we put stuff away in a good enough manner for this poor woman who had to deal with it.
So my question is, did you take anything?
No, Scylla just wrote like detailed notes in her notebook about everything.
Check. All right. So where to now?
We go talk to the fisherman guy now that we know names.
Okay. Sounds
Yeah,
good.
docs.
Finish
Docs
the circle. I just want to finish the circle.
All
Sure.
right. So you
I
head
feel like I'm about to
down.
be Harry Pottered.
You head
I
down
think
to the
everyone's gonna know
docks.
me.
You head down to the docks, and you are looking for the boat, the Marianne. And
I
God, what is his name again?
Olsen.
Olsen. Olsen. So go ahead and make an investigation check for me. See if you can find him at the docks, since there are 3 whole docks for you to look through.
19.
Same number as there are ducks.
All right.
I feel like
So
Belle's just looking in like the exact opposite direction. I'm just like, it's over there.
on your
Listen.
steamy docks.
Ben
we sure we're in the
can't
right
roll dice. Ben, as a person, can't roll dice as a player. It's awful every time. I don't know why.
Oh my god. Okay. So, you are able to find it. There is a humble houseboat, just kind of floating. It's less on the dock and more like kind of moored to a buoy about 20 feet off of the dock.
Hmm.
It's it's a small little houseboat, but you see kind of laying out on the forward deck, on a sort of like reclining chair with a hat kind of pulled down over his head, big distended pot belly sticking out from between the 2 halves of a shirt that has not been closed, and just bare halfling feet poking out from some flip flops, and he's just kind of dozing there in the afternoon sun.
an old man like this? Do I scare him?
Well, he's an old man, so call him Mr. Havensky.
Oh, that's a good idea. Excuse me, are you Mr. Havensky?
Are you shouting this because again he is 20 feet away from you?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he looks up and you see just a wizened old knobbly kneed motherfucker of a halfling. Or did I say he was a gnome? No, he's a halfling. He is got the full on chin beard, just flicked out, no mustache whatsoever, bushy eyebrows, and a perpetual squint that seems to kind of just have him like this. Who's calling me?
Down here.
What do you want?
I how do I ask this question?
Ask it quick. If you woke me up from my nap, it better be important.
I came here to ask if you knew my parents. Their names were Kaya and Anders. I can't pronounce the last name already.
I think I can't. Who are you?
Naroshma? Make
a persuasion check.
My best skill, persuasion. Oh, 17.
17, okay. Hold on, I don't want to shout, hold on. Meet me at shore. And he
Okay.
just kind of hops off of the boat on the other side, or on the opposite side of you, and you don't hear a splash. But then a moment later, you see coming out from behind the boat a smaller boat, just kind of rowing back towards shore. You're able to meet him, and he demands that you all go into this tavern that is just off the beach, so he can get a drink before he starts talking.
I buy
Once,
it.
okay, once he's got a pint in front of him and it's half gone, he says, "All right, what were the names again?"
Kaya and Anders. They're Rushmore.
Oh, I'm not good with names.
They had an angel baby.
What did you say?
Do you know the
I
name
said
of
they
the
had a
ship?
boat. Yeah.
Do you know the name of the ship?
Yes,
Do you know
it
the name of
was
the ship they sailed under?
the Repesca.
Ah, the Repesca. A beautiful little vessel it was. Ah, she saw her fair share of storms, didn't she? You know, that's why they had that angel.
No, why?
Do you know the stories? So, one night, it's the middle of the fishing season. There have been so few fish near our waters that we all had to go far out into the waters to try and get some fish, because that's the only place there were. However, storms were a brewing all that time. It was the middle of the storm season as well as the fishing season. It's crazy how those two seem to intersect all the time. But there was a right terror of a storm coming, and we all said we all got to go in early, but the Repesca went a little deeper than the rest of us, just trying to get a little bit more fish, because they had they were a growing family, you see, so they were trying to make a little bit more. So they go a little bit deeper, and suddenly it's storm and winds and blowing and thunder and lightning everywhere. And all of a sudden it's just hell in the water. The Repesca being tossed back and forth. And finally, there comes a moment where they think, this is it. Half our fish gone. Our lives may be next. So they kneel upon the deck and they pray. They beg to the Storm Lord to take pity on them, for they had been loyal subjects of his. And lo and behold, the Storm Lord did take pity on the Repesca, the beautiful ship that it was. Not only did they make it back to shore safely, but they didn't lose half as many fish as they thought they did, and they made quite a good sail on it too. And then, 4 months later, that little angel arrived. And lo and behold, see, that's what you get for being loyal to the Storm Lord out on those seas.
4 months. That's a very short time.
Well, you see, she was pregnant at the time of the storm, which was why they were a bit scared. So you see.
That's a miracle. That is. That's incredible.
Aye, so 'tis.
You know what happened to the kid?
Huh. You know, I don't know. It's all a bit fuzzy up here after that. Did I ever tell you about the time I caught the giant squid and had to let it go?
Yes.
No.
Well, I've added a couple of more scenes to it since the last time. So, he just dives right into another tale of his. He seems to have quite a few of them.
Oh,
Any other questions you had for him?
so
Mm. Oh, what were they like? Do you remember what they were like? The two of them?
Who?
The owners of the Repesca.
Oh, I didn't know the owners.
Do you know anyone around who did?
No, I'm more of a ship kind of person. I talk to the boats and they talk to me back.
I could tell that about you, yeah.
Yeah. Is there anyone who was fishing that was around that time still here?
Oh, back 20 years back, let me
21.
see. No, not a lot of boats from back then. They've all got new ones now.
Are they still here though?
What is that?
If they have a new boat, are they still docking it here?
Sorry, who?
he's a boat guy. He doesn't remember the owners of the boats.
Yes. Okay.
Don't worry about it. Here, have another.
Oh, thank you.
So I don't think he's gonna have much for you in the way of like actual information about.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, great. Oh, okay. Do we need to go find your girlfriend?
Probably.
I think we get him good and drunk, and then we're like, all right, old
Just
timer.
Yeah, okay. Leave him with the tab. Okay, so you guys eventually near the beginning of the evening end up leaving this tavern and heading on to your next destination. And I think there we are going to take a quick bio break. So everyone go use the bathroom, refill waters, get a snack, do what you need to do.
Keep.
We'll be back here in 5 to 10.
Okay.
And we're back. So, where to now? What is the plan? You have talked to Father Alford. You have gone to the records. You have talked to the old weird fisherman guy. What is next?
Fucking
So we're
find
gonna
out.
prep to get out of here. Yeah.
Yeah, let's get ready
Yeah.
to get on the road.
Okay.
I mean, it's late in
It's
the day
evening
now, I'm
now.
assuming. So let's like go eat and go to sleep and all that shit. But tomorrow we gotta get the fuck ready to
Yep.
go.
Yep.
If
Yep.
that
Yep.
out, right?
Okay. So another night is spent in the Rebel Oak Tavern with Tiamora and Zorion. The next day comes, and what would you guys like to do to prep?
Rael's coming with us, right?
Yes, she is.
Cool. Yvain, did you buy more like rationy stuff?
Yeah. We'll be set for a while, and there are towns in between and all that. We should be good.
No, I just want
Are
to
we
make
going back through the annoying forest, the jungle, or are we going in a different way?
I think we go on the road to Port Zune, and then the one that they heads straight to. Where the
I'm
fuck?
just asking because we couldn't get a cart through the jungle
Nicodranas.
bits. But if we are not going through there, we
Yvain,
can probably get a cart.
Erica, if you're on roll
Yeah,
20.
I see it.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so it's the one that goes across that bridge and just kind of goes around Port Zune.
You can stop at Port Zune if you want, if you'd like, or you can just travel straight onto Nicodranas.
Yeah.
We should stop at Port Zoom. More fun.
So that we can get
Yes.
caught in some other crazy shit.
It is.
no,
really-
Exactly.
separate rooms for one night so Silicon. What again?
That's like the only thing on my
Did
mind.
you guys
at all
get
times, David.
tents? Yeah, did you guys get
Like-
tents? Because like currently you guys have not had tents. You guys have had like sleeping
Or-
bags and bonfires, and that's
I think
it.
we had a tent because it got destroyed at one point during a fight.
Oh yeah, right.
Oh yeah, I
okay.
did.
Okay, well yeah. Well,
So do we
okay,
need
well,
new ones?
So you need new tents now.
Mm.
So are you get so okay, you guys have two options. There's a 5-man tent and there's a 2-man tent. So you can either get a 2-man tent for each of you, or like a 1-man tent. Sorry, there's a 5-man tent, 2-man tent, and a 1-man tent. You can get a 1-man tent for each of you, 2-man tent for each of you, 5-man tent for all of you, whatever you'd like.
Can you even fit into a one-man tent, you mean?
Yeah, I think I need a 2-man tent just for me.
That was gonna be the question. Or like, do Yvain and I Tetris in such a way that it is like 2 people, even though it's like 1.5 and then a half.
Yeah, I just tuck my knees in, you know.
I will say, as they're talking about fucking Tetrising themselves in, Soul's like looking appalled, and she goes, "Guys, to put this like really nicely, Porter left us money, probably for this exact reason, just a thought.
So
Get
I don't know
yourself
if
a nicer tent."
I don't know if you've noticed or not. I'm bad with money, both in keeping and spending it. Somehow
Melvin, I want to go into the store with you, and you're gonna point at a tent, and that's the one I'm gonna fucking buy you.
This seems like a bad way to do it.
That's okay. And if you pick the 5-man one, I will buy you a 2-person tent.
Well,
and
well,
we'll pick the other
Scylla,
one.
you know, Scylla, we got to be frugal. So maybe you and Rael should share a tent. You know, to save
yeah.
money.
I
Yeah,
love saving money. It's
yeah.
I love
See,
saving
5-person
money.
tent.
yeah.
Yeah, a 5-person tent for the 2 of you. So there's plenty of room. Keep all the stuff that can't get wet.
Yeah, of course.
And then the stuff
The
that
reason
really
we
can't get
don't-
wet can go in our tent.
Yeah,
We'll put all the stuff that we don't want to get eaten
What
by the
kind
bears.
of fucking
you know?
tents are you getting? For the love of God, I shouldn't have given you this option.
I want to imagine we're in the store, like there's just a sales.
We're having this conversation in the store.
We're in Bass Pro Shops right now, okay? We're
There's a
at, like
sales
outdoor display.
There's a sales elf just pounding her head on a shelf right now.
Sure, Bella and I can share a 2-man, I guess. Will we fit?
No, don't do that. Oh,
We don't have to be
Oh,
clear.
okay.
All right, you're getting a 5-man tent and a 2-man tent.
Woo.
Everyone's needs are met. There's enough room for Yvain, there's enough room for Belle, and Scylla and Rael get their own spot. It'll be a little cramped, but I'm sure they'll be fine with that. That is all said by the salesperson.
How much am I paying for tents?
It is one, it's a gold per man, so it's 2 gold for the 2-man tent, 5 gold for the 5-man.
7
7 gold.
gold. Okay.
Okay. So, you have your tents, you have your
Rations. We're
rations, you
good.
have branch.
Do we want to get the cart or another horse or?
We have another horse.
Yeah, you're the other horse.
Great, love that. You know, I can only do it for like 3 hours.
Rael nudges you, 3-hour ride. Fun.
Glad she made the joke because I wasn't going to.
I don't mind riding you for 3 hours at a time.
I hate you so much. Please stop talking. I feel like Soul Skin is just red for like half the time.
Just perpetually.
Yeah. Rael's just there and she's just.
I mean, realistically, are we trying to like haul ass to get over there, or are we just trying to go? Because if we're just trying to go, we don't
We're just
need to
trying to
like
go.
get a cart and a horse and all this other shit. We can just have branch and carry the stuff and like kind of go. But if we're trying to get there for some reason, then we need to
I don't
gear
feel the
fuck
need to
up
be
get
to be
bricks.
fast for that man. I don't feel the need to do that.
Rael
Yeah.
takes your hand. I'm certainly in no rush.
The woman said no rush.
Exactly. So
No
we don't
rush.
need another horse. We don't need a cart. We don't need any of that shit. We can walk it. It's fine.
Rocket.
I was just thinking more comfort, you know. Walking is dumb.
I know. That's why
Get our
I'm
steps in the right.
All
That's
right.
why I'll turn into a horse.
All right. So we're just Branch is the pack horse, and the 4 of you are just kind of walking alongside.
Yeah, I
All right,
guess
I
so.
like it.
Yeah.
I like
Belle
it.
Belle could ride Branch. It'd be fine.
Yeah, sure. He's got little
I will
legs.
turn into a bird at least once a week. At some point when Belle
Okay.
isn't looking.
Okay.
Ah!
Oh, to fuck with Belden. It is a classic. It is a integral part of being a Thunderfuck.
If Scylla's not doing it, I think there's something wrong.
Yeah, really. Okay. So you guys say your goodbyes to anyone who you might want to say your goodbyes to in Phelan. This town that has become so familiar to you, as this is one of the longer times you've spent in a town since leaving Drina that fateful day so many months ago now. Was it only months? Feels like 2.5
No.
years.
I would like to never come back here, personally. I don't know about anybody else's opinions, but I would like to never come back here.
No, we'll be back in about 13 years when Leuven graduates from school, and
That's so fair. I'll do it for him. I'll do it for him.
So you guys head off on the road down the Gilded Roadway.
We determined that there was no magic shops or anything in that town, right?
Not
Doesn't-
for Phelan, no.
we would have been there first.
Yeah, that's why I was asking.
All right. So, for the first day of travel, I would like somebody to roll a d8 and a d12.
I'll do it, I don't care. It's always me. D8. Do you want me to tell you separately or add them together?
Together.
That's an 11.
All right. Most of the day is uneventful. It's a nice day. It's sunny. It is a little humid as the moisture from the coast meets the heat of the jungle. But as you travel on, you begin travel over this set of hills, and it seems to cool off a little bit as the wind kind of funnels down through the hills. It's a nice breezy time. Um, Over one of these hills, in the distance, I'd like you all to make perception checks for me, please.
Perception.
I got a nat 20. I
Oh
was sad
shit!
because it was my +0 was sitting on top of the 2 +7s, but did the best I can.
I got 8.
I got a 21.
All right. So Belle's the first to notice, but Silly, you're quick after. Over one of the hills off in the distance, you see a group of about. Sure, 1 second. You see a group of five five individuals on horseback, and they are riding in formation, uh, and they are riding at a brisk pace. Don't seem to be in a hurry or in to be like at a full gallop, but they are moving at a brisk pace, and they're about maybe a mile and a half, 2 miles down the road from you.
They're heading towards us.
Yes.
I see people,
I also see people.
and they're too far away to make out any like potentially signifying marks. There's no standard men or anything.
With a natural 20, you do see a couple of signifying marks. They are all wearing what seem to be leather vests that all have and some sort, you can't make out what it is, but they all have the same leather vest on, black leather vest on, with the same insignia here on the breast of it. And there is beyond that, you can see they wear no helmets, but they do wear what looked like leather, like armed, sort of like leather armor trousers. If that makes sense?
Mhm.
Um,
Is it
but
uniformy enough? Like it's not patchwork or anything?
no, it's definitely not patchwork. It seems to be, it doesn't seem to be uniform in the sense that these are like given out. Like these are like, how do I put this? They all look like they're part of the same group.
Right.
They all look like they're part of the same group. That you can't tell what, like, station that group might be, whether it be official or not, but they all seem to be part of the same group.
All right. Do we think we're gonna get jumped by these fuckers, or they're gonna go past us without any issues?
We
I
should
mean, I think
always
we should
assume that we're
always-
going to get jumped.
Exactly.
I was really hoping the world had changed a little bit, but
Are you serious? They're the first people we've seen on the road. We're already going to get jumped.
It's always possible. You should always assume you're going to get jumped when you're on the road.
Oh, okay.
Just-
What do we do?
just-
What do we do?
Just be on your guard, all right? Weapon at the ready. Don't draw it. Not yet.
here, why don't you take Branch's reins and stay on the outside of the road while Yvain, Scylla,
I mean,
yep,
Yeah.
Yvain, Scylla are on
So,
the
like,
inside of the road.
Yeah, make sure her body is like blocking rail from sight of them.
I mean, I can fight.
Right.
No, don't jump the gun. We never fight unless we have to.
All right, all right.
I mean, if you would rather be in the mix with them, I'm happy to take the reins and not be up there.
I'll just hold the reins.
Okay. Ah, fuck. And then we just keep going forward, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I like move to the side.
Yeah, we'll move up to the side a little bit.
All right. So, you guys kind of move off to the side and just continue walking.
Yeah,
Okay.
just trying to be
Um,
chill.
okay. As these individuals get closer and closer, you can start to make out a little bit more of their looks. They are led by a red tiefling, horns that stretch up high above his head and curl back into little tiny curly cues at the end. Um, he has long black flowing hair and just this ever so slight stubble kind of across his chin, and he wears some very kind of like steampunky sunglasses. Flanking him are what look to be there are four other individuals. Two are half orc in descent. One looks masculine, and the other kind of an androgynous individual with with like a straight up purple faux hawk, just like that stands about a foot and a half off of their head. Um, the more masculine one is as a shaved head, pierced ears, and tusks with long tusks with would look to be like silver caps on the tips. Behind them ride a pair of one of individuals. One looks to be human, and the other looks to be another tiefling. This one deep blue skinned. Eh. With more gazelle type horns than the leader. The human is black skin, uh, like picked out afro type hair that's kind of tied back into a ball pony, into a bun on the back of his head. And the tiefling has long flowing purple braids that just kind of clatter on the back of their vest. You have encountered the equivalent of a motorcycle gang. Um,
But
as they approach, they're give me an insight check for anyone who cares to make one.
oh, 7.
10. Okay. Bell, these guys look badass. They look like they look like they could stomp. They look like they could stomp. Um, as they are approaching, what do you guys do?
Be chill. Super cool. Very calm. Ignore them.
Make room for them to pass.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Giving off an air of like we're on equal ground. Don't fuck with us because we'll fuck right back.
Massive confidence.
Okay, okay. So you guys can give me, I'll let you guys choose. This is gonna be a group skill check. You can give me either intimidation or performance. Whichever you guys
The
feel
same for
more
me either way.
more comfortable with. And Yvain, of course, you are allowed to use strength as
Oh my god.
as an intimidation modifier.
Intimidation it is.
Athletics check.
Yeah,
Bitch.
12. Okay.
19.
19.
24.
24.
Damn.
Damn. Okay.
Performance, please.
Okay. So, as they're riding by, you see the one riding up front, the red skinned tiefling. As he is cruising by, he kind of glances over as they don't as they pull up. He glances over. His eyes go straight past you, Yvain. Don't even really like his mirrored lenses. Don't even really stop on you, Scylla. He kind of looks you up and down, and it kind of like looks you up and down and moves on. And then he gets to Bell, And as he looks up at Belle, he just like you see a slight smirk kind of curl the edge of his lip, and you can see like a sharp fang kind of poking out, and it's solid gold. And he kind of like as he does not slow his pace, but as he goes by and makes eye contact with Belle, he raises his sunglasses and goes, and then just
Ah,
keeps on riding past.
Yep. Up nod.
So you guys allow the gang to pass through. They do not stop to molest or, otherwise get in your way. Because Belle looks so goddamn cool. And Rael just kind of looks at all of you and just goes, "You guys are cool."
Not cool. Not cool.
not cool. Yeah, Belle, let go of that breath. I know you've been holding it for the past 10 seconds. Okay, breathe.
Okay. Anyway. I guess just keep an eye behind us, somebody. Scylla, probably, maybe Yvain. Make sure they don't turn around in the
Yeah,
next
alright.
hour.
I will sit backwards on French.
All right.
You guys are really cool. I'm sitting backwards on a horse.
To make sure the bullies don't turn around and come get us.
Leave it alone.
Because you might have to kill him. Okay.
Well,
So that is day one. You guys, it is getting late, later in the day. Would you guys like to push a little more to save time, or are you just trying to find a place to camp?
I think we find the cutest place we can.
Okay.
Just a
Go
nice
ahead.
little patch of grass.
You guys find an adorable little spot at the top, at the base of a little hill to set up your camp. You have a nice night of food and drinks, and you all go to sleep in your comfortable tents for the night. Who
Do we do
is
watch?
anyone on watch?
Yeah.
Are we doing watch?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All
you
right.
got passed by a gang.
I'll do watch. Still, I hate sleeping.
Okay. Rael will choose to stay up with you on watch if that's all right. I don't want to distract you.
It's not very fun, but you're more than welcome.
I mean, it's just sitting around the fire, right? Keeping an eye,
And
keeping an eye out.
looking. Yes.
Keeping an eye out.
Looking.
Looking with intent.
Right. All right.
Active listening.
Yes, active listening. Right. We can keep each other awake for a few hours, right? No,
Yeah,
no,
Ben.
not like I'm being totally serious right now. Oh dear.
Once you make enough jokes, no one's going to believe when you're serious. You need to save it for when it's going
Okay,
to be
look,
most
I
embarrassing.
am really engaged. Engaged. I am so engaged.
Actively listening.
Active listening. Active listening.
Mhm.
Right. Okay. Perception check with advantage.
I was waiting for disadvantage.
Because she's trying to help. She's trying. She's level 5, okay? She's doing her best.
Yeah, that's better than than he's just a guy.
He's just a baby.
Valir is the chosen one.
What was it? Perception?
Yeah, perception at advantage.
24.
24. Yeah, you are able to keep a sharp eye out for the entirety of your watch. You and Rael just sit up and talk. You tell her about your adventures, your life since leaving her. She tells you about hers. Uh, she tells you about moving down to Nicodranus and opening up getting a job in the flower stall and then opening up her own flower shop and all this stuff. And it's nice to reconnect, and you guys are laughing just like you ever used to. You guys really haven't missed a step in all those years.
While they're reconnecting, Scylla turns serious for 1 second. And she goes, circling back to before, you do have a weapon, right? I think
I
I have an
mean,
extra one in the bag of holding if you
I
have something.
mean,
I'm gonna be really stressed out if you don't have a way to protect yourself.
she's been walking with a sort of like walking stick, like that's like sort of like staff sort of thing.
Okay,
And she says like, well, I mean, like spins it. I can use
hot.
this if
Okay,
I need to.
great. Perfect. Great. I do not want you to get hurt, obviously.
I can take care of myself. Thank you very much.
Some like fucked up shit finds us a lot.
Well,
We've stumbled into two fucking hydras in the span of like 3 months. I do not want you to.
if I had a copper piece for every time you guys walked into a Hydra cave, I'd have 2 copper pieces, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
It's really weird that it happened twice. Honestly, for me, the first one like stuck more, and she like lifts up her shirt. There's like that giant
Oh
bite
my,
mark through her chest.
right. I remember you telling me about that. Yeah.
Yeah, that one sucked. This one was worse for my friends than me.
Hmm.
Like health wise. Obviously, this has been a very traumatic couple of days, but
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that these traumatic couple of days have brought us back together.
it made it worth it. Yeah.
I hope so. How long are you on staying in Nicodranas?
Um, I don't know. Uh, we have to go to this. I don't. Did we tell you about the? There's a man in a castle that's like hoarding our secrets over our heads. So we have to go see him eventually. He's like in the jungle. But he didn't like give us a time frame. Why?
I just I want to know how long I have you.
Well, I mean, I'm sure my friends wouldn't mind staying a few days. It's a nice place.
That would be really nice.
We can also walk really slow right now.
That would
Oh
also
no, I twisted my ankle. I can't move any faster.
if we twist an
No, like
ankle
don't use your healing spells on me. Oh my god, don't waste them.
if we twist an ankle every day, they're gonna start getting suspicious and
I
annoyed.
have a weak ankle. I don't know what to tell them. Belbin also sees through right through my shit. So the second we start
I
doing that,
can
he's going
tell
to know.
he's got a bullshit meter.
Oh, it's great. It's because he is so good at bullshitting that he can tell if anyone's even just slightly not as good as him. He can
I can
immediately tell.
I can see that. I can see that. I when we met, he was so like just very upfront, very blunt, very just but not in a cruel or like thoughtless way. He was just very plain about everything and was just Did he tell you how we met?
Did you, Bell? Did you tell Stella? Yeah. Okay. Yes, I did have a good chuckle about it for
Oh,
a second.
I was so embarrassed. I didn't know what to do, I swear. I was looking for another waiter to knock over.
I'm glad you didn't knock over another waiter because I'm sure Tally would not have been happy with you.
Yeah,
Um,
probably not. Probably not.
of all the people, though, it was good that it was Bell first and maybe not Yvain because he probably would have gotten a stern talking to. Which
I'm I am so glad I didn't meet Yvain first. She is so nice now that she knows I'm cool. I could not imagine. Oh boy.
yeah, I'm sure. I don't want to say not pleasant, but definitely potentially intimidating could have happened. Different opinions could have been had.
Yeah. Mm. Do we have to wake the others up for watch, or could we just stay up talking all night?
I will say I've done it before, and it's not fun the next day.
Oh,
But if you want to,
well, as long as you're going to bed with me, I'm really tired.
there you go.
Who are we waking
Let's
up
go.
next?
Who raised their hand second? Was Yvain?
I think it was
I'll go
Yvain.
wake up Yvain. I'll go
Okay.
wake up Yvain.
Okay, I'll be in bed.
Yeah.
Or in tent, I guess.
Yes. One of those. That's fine.
All right. All right. Bye. Mm.
Right. I'll go nudge Yvain with my foot.
Okay.
Mm,
Your
all
turn.
right. Yep. Good night.
Good night.
Yvain, perception check.
Do 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 do. Oh my god. What did I do? 4.
Who did you piss off
Uh,
before this game,
Don't
Erica?
know.
So you
It's
are
just Yvain.
a very sleepy boy. No, you're sleepy. You find it a little tough to stay focused and keep your eyes open. But your watch is uneventful, luckily. So it seems Belbin's power of charisma was enough to uh fend off those riders.
Melvin, the
But
scariest 3-foot boy ever.
uh the end of your watch comes uneventful. Anything particular you wanted to do during your watch?
No. She probably maybe tries to chat with Setup a little bit. She's ever since she scared the shit out of her, like, almost dying and stuff, she's kept in pretty constant communication. But yeah, just nightly chat, that's it.
Lisette's got a job going right now that it has her actually having fun. She is
Yes.
constantly sneaking in and out of new buildings every single night. It is the peak of her special interest, which is breaking and entering.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
And then
yeah.
Belvin,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
what?
Watch what?
You know what? Come on.
Oh, fuck. Right. We do this every time. Sorry.
Yep.
Okay.
Perception.
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 9.
9. You are distracted for many reasons. This has been potentially the toughest time in your young life. And it's now been 2 weeks. And it still feels like it happened right now. And that form of your sister hovers gently about 5 feet from you. And through your silent tears, the light of her form kind of bokehs a little. And it's almost as if she's moving. You can almost pretend that she's real. But the morning comes and your watch ends uneventfully. Unless there was anything particular you wanted to do during that time.
No, not really. I think that the goodbye from Tally really got to him too. And that, on top of everything else, actively, literally leaving it behind is difficult. So I think the end of watch sneaks up on me kind of out of nowhere.
Do you think the image of her is still there? When
I
she's
think
awake?
that when I sort of like snap into it and realize like, oh fuck, it's morning time, it's time to like get everybody up and go, I would be like, okay, You gotta go now. Come on. Back away. Okay. Fuck. Then I'll stop and I'll look at both the tents. Yeah, Yvain can deal with that. And I'll go poke Yvain and say, you get to wake up the lovebirds. I don't
Yeah,
know
all
why.
right.
Like it, we all fuck the same thing, but it feels less weird if you do it. So
Sure. Sure. Okay. She'll like open up the tent door. The light shining through. A dark silhouette in the light. Morning.
I feel like Scylla's like fully like not even like just fully like passed out because I feel like she probably has been sleeping a lot better recently. So I feel like she's like fully like just like fully clothed. They're like fine. She's just like fully passed out like starfish in the bed, like fully backwards. I
Rail
imagine, yeah.
Rail is on like kind of like curled up in the crook of your shoulder. Just full sweater, sweatpants, like the whole deal.
We went for cozy.
Drool all over your
Like my
chest.
shirt's wet.
Yeah, your shirt's all wet and sticky.
But Scylla just opens one eye and she's like,
You
and she
ain't
closes it
why.
again. And she's like, the angel of death thing is my fucking aesthetic. Go away.
You ain't why. 5 more minutes.
Yvain starts disassembling their tent.
Oi, 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 oi. An eventful morning comes to a close. You guys have some breakfast, goof around a little bit, and head back on the road. Um, Let me see. Ben, I would like you to roll a d8 and a d12 for me. And tell me what you get together. Or, you know what? Actually, just roll a d20. That works too.
D20. 6.
6. Cool. I would like you to roll a d4 and a d6 and tell me what you get.
Totaled or independently?
Total.
Totaled. 5. Dragon.
All right.
It's the bikers again.
Okay.
DPK.
So, the road today is it's a little darker. It's a bit of a gray day. It looks like it might rain later on in the day. So you might want to get a move on now to try to get as much ground covered as you can before the rain starts and makes going a little bit more difficult. As you progress down the gilded roadway, you leave the hills of the south of Phelan. You've crossed a river at this point, a long bridge, and are coming along through the plains. And as you do, make another perception check for me, all three of you. It's all perception checks this game.
Perception.
24.
9.
It's 2.
Okay, cool. Right. So Yvain is cursed by the dice gods. We've got our own personal Will Wheaton. Okay, so Scylla, again, one of the first to see it. You see another group of riders approaching you. From what you can tell from this distance, these look a lot more official than the last guys.
Great.
And the one up front is interesting.
Okay.
On the horse at the front is an individual He looks to be an elven individual. Gray blonde hair, slicked back, a bristling mustache and full beard, long pointed ears, and a full-blooded elf. And he's wearing a cloak. He was wearing robes, and on top of those robes, the robes are of a deep, almost midnight blue with very subtle stars, kind of imprinted on all over it. Over his robes, he wears a set of armor of likes of which you have never seen before. It seems to be almost almost alive in a sense, but in a metallic, clanking, clicking way. There are bits and pieces that turn and spin and rotate and sort of extend and retract and piston in and out. It's almost as if his armor is more machine than it is armor. And upon his head, he wears a set of goggles that curl back behind his eyes, behind his ears, down along his jawline, and hook in under at his neckline, where it seems like it's almost been implanted within him. He rides at the head of, what was it? Four other archers, four other beings on horseback. Each of these are in standard, look like to be dark bronzish armor, sort of buffed out to almost be a goldish, brackish type of look to it. But they all carry bows and quivers on their hips as they ride forward. You see them approaching. What would you all like to do? Like I said, you got about a mile and a half, or like I should have said, you got about a mile and a half before they reach you.
How fast are they going?
They're going at a steady clip. They don't seem to be as relaxed as the previous riders were.
Stay out of their way. Let them
Uh-huh.
pass.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, same vibe.
Okay. You guys pull off again to the side. Rael just dutifully takes the reins and hangs off to the edge. As they approach, you can see that the one in the mechanized armor in front kind of turns back and says something to his riding party, and they all break formation as they approach, and sort of as they approach you, they begin to turn their mounts and kind of encapsulate the road in front of you in a small half circle, blocking off your path. And the mechanized knight, if you could call him that, sits atop his horse and says, "Good day to you, travelers.
Hello.
My
Hi.
name is Sir Bryant of Port Zune. I am on the hunt for some ne'er-do-wells. My party and I have been sent to retrieve them for crimes of vandalism and public intoxication. Did you happen to see any individuals matching these descriptions?" And he hands out a sheet of parchment to you, and on it is a what seems to be an artist's sketch of the group of riders who passed you the day before.
Yeah, they went that way.
Oh, right. How how long ago did you happen to see them?
Yesterday afternoon, midday, somewhere around there, early
Yesterday.
afternoon.
All right, about a day's travel back.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we appreciate your aid, and the town of Port Zune appreciates your citizenship. And he flicks you a silver coin. Appreciate you. Thank you very much. Now, if you wouldn't mind standing off to the side so we can proceed.
Sure. Yeah.
Travel safe. And they go off at a speedy clip at his order.
That dude was fucking nuts. What the shit was that?
I know, it was all like
He had metal in his
mechanized.
chin.
Huh?
They
They
went in his
sent that
eye.
serious of a guy for fucking public intoxication.
Uh,
You know?
they said vandalism too.
Who fucking cares? Send
I
a
don't.
RoboCop after them. Jesus fucking Christ.
Listen.
Is that like a normal thing around here?
Oh,
Like
Rael, either one of you?
yeah.
Would I know? Would Rail know?
So you did okay. Roll a d20 for me. If you get evens, you've been through Port Zune before. If you get odds, you haven't.
Odds.
Odds? Yeah, you guys skipped Port Zune on your trip from Port Damali to uh, did you make it all the way to Rexentrum with them? No, you made it to Zadash, right? With
With Tally and
Tally and
Porter?
Porter. Yeah.
No, I think I did. I
You
think I
went you
left
got all the way to
them there.
Rexentrum?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So yeah, on your trip to Rexentrum, you guys skipped over Port Zune and went straight to Nicodranus. So um beyond that, no, you've only traveled this road once and you've never seen mechanized knights before.
Yeah, that's a new thing. Maybe now I kind of want to stop at Port Zune. Maybe this is like a fucking thing there.
It's cool.
I have never been to Port Zune, but I've only seen it from the road, and it is a massive city of, well, not massive city, but it's big in, it is tall. I'll say that much. It is
Hmm.
tall. It's supposed to be the city of industry around here.
Ah, that kind of explains a lot of that then, actually. That puts a bow on that one, actually. Like, just
I
that's neat.
I've heard of something called I think they were called mech mages.
So is it like they've lost parts and the mechanics just replace it,
I
or
think it's I don't know. I just know it's some sort of mix of mechanics and magic.
uh, I know a little bit about stuff like that because my dad's arm is completely gone and he built something kind of like that. Um,
Huh.
God, he would probably love that place.
Well, if we wanted to stop there, it should I think be about a day's travel from here? Like one more day? We should get there by tomorrow.
Cool. Cool. I'll pull on Scylla's sleeve. Do I have to learn about machines now too? I barely got this fucking magic thing down. Like, do I have to do machines as well?
No, I think you can just, witness, maybe not learn, just see it with your eyes.
Witness me.
That seems like a lot of work. Can I just close my eyes the whole time and be done with it?
I don't know about the whole time, but you can certainly do it for a while.
Cool. Okay. Sounds good.
Well, as you guys continue down the road toward the city of Port Zune, I think we are going to end our session there for the night. Pretty chill session this time, got moving on some travels. I think we'll probably hit Port Zune next time. And depending on how long you guys stay there, we might hit Nicodranus next time. And then I'm guessing the session after that, we will depending on how long you stay in Nicodranus, we'll probably be able to hit Cardon Equor ML. And that is probably where after that session, after the once we hit the castle, that's probably where I'm calling in Star Wars. So, oh shit, he's got the cock
Shotgun.
F-18. Oh shit, he's loaded up. All right. But yeah, so actually, I'm gonna stop the recording here. So later, Mac, prepping for next session.